Disaksikan oleh dunia, keteguhan iman warga Muslim Gaza di Palestina dalam menghadapi tragedi kemanusiaan tampaknya begitu asing dan menarik perhatian masyarakat Barat. Berangkat dari titik inilah seorang TikToker Megan Rice mengajak orang-orang membaca Al-Quran dan mengenal Muslim sebagai sesama manusia.
I am learning about my fellow human beings, and there is nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I would encourage you to open your mind just a little bit and try to do the same. You do not have to be Muslim. You do not have to convert. You do not have to do any of that in order to want to understand and become closer to your fellow human beings.
Dan siapa sangka ajakan ini mendapat respon luas dari pengguna TikTok lainnya.
I wanted to say thank you to Megan Rice for inspiring me to buy my own copy of the Qur'an. I got this version, which is really cool because it has like the English translation as well as like the original one, and then it also has footnotes that like explain some things.
This message is for Megan Rice. But what I do want to say is I don't think you understand the amount of barakah that you have coming your way, and may Allah reward you 10 times over. May He bring you peace, joy, love, and happiness.
I started reading the Qur'an after this whole thing started in Palestine because I wanted to learn about Islam. And like I'm not religious really at all currently, but I was just curious. I've been told a lot of lies about Islam throughout my life, so I wanted to see what it was all about.
Satu persatu mereka yang telah membaca Al-Quran memberikan respon positif. Bahkan banyak di antara mereka akhirnya memutuskan untuk menjadi Muslim.
I just took my Shahada and oh my gosh, I have never felt so happy or so at peace. I'm no longer a Christian reading Quran. I am now a Muslim reading Quran. Alhamdulillah, I am Muslim today.
Yeah, I'm taking my Shahada today. Last week I went to the mosque and I met a really, really great woman. And I had shown up like right after their Juma prayer on Friday. And I met with the woman, and at first like I was just so overwhelmed, right? Because there was just a lot of information. She was like, we have these courses and this course, we can do that, we can teach you this, and we'll have to make sure you like...
Fenomena ini tentu menghadirkan pertanyaan di benak kita semua. Mengapa mereka condong mudah menerima Islam? Semuanya tidak lepas dari latar belakang agama yang mereka kenal sejak kecil, yaitu agama Kristen. Tampaknya ada ruang-ruang kerohanian kosong yang tidak bisa diisi oleh agama tersebut. Sebab kebanyakan dari pengguna TikTok yang memutuskan untuk masuk Islam baru-baru ini mengungkap alasan yang hampir serupa, di mana mereka merasa dalam agama Kristen, keimanan dan logika benar-benar harus ditempatkan dalam ranah yang berbeda dan tidak bisa disandingkan.
I grew up in a Baptist environment at home, but I was taught by Catholics. And in both settings, logic was not encouraged. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I know that for me and the environments I grew up with when it came to the Bible, asking logical questions were not allowed. When I read through the Quran, I see logic and mysticism. I see logic and divinity brought together in a very matter-of-fact way that as you read it, it's like, yeah, I completely understand why there's such a steadfast faith to anyone that follows Islam.
And I remember going up to my youth pastor and I was like, I know how God created the earth. I know how God created the earth. God did it with the Big Bang. And I remember being told very clearly that you can't confirm God with science and that you have to rely purely on faith. That when God created the earth, He created the earth, and that we should just trust that the way that God created it is outside of our realm of understanding. And yet, Surah 21:30, do the disbelievers not realize that the heaven and the earth were once one mass, then we split them apart, and we created from water every living thing? Will they not then believe? In the footnote says, this probably refers to the event commonly known as the Big Bang. I feel like I have been a Muslim my entire life.
Hal ini tentu akan sangat kontras dengan apa yang ditemui dalam Al-Quran. Berulang kali Al-Quran menganjurkan dalam beberapa ayatnya, mengajak para pembaca untuk berpikir dan memperhatikan fenomena alam yang ada di sekitar kita. Selain itu, Al-Quran sebagai sebuah kitab yang diturunkan 1400 tahun lalu, syarat akan keterangan yang sejalan dengan penjelasan ilmiah abad modern. Mulai dari informasi penciptaan alam semesta dalam surah Al-Baqarah ayat 29, hingga tahapan perkembangan embrio manusia dalam surah Az-Zumar ayat 6.
هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا ثم استوى إلى السماء فسواهن سبع سماوات وهو بكل شيء عليم.